Now we move on. One of the most powerful earthquakes ever recorded had struck Russia's far east Kamchatka Peninsula today with a magnitude of 8.8 and triggered tsunami waves in Japan and Hawaii and prompted warnings and evacuations across the Pacific. However, Japan has now lifted all tsunami warnings and downgraded it to tsunami advisory. This is according to Japan's meteorological agency. Russian authorities have also cancelled a tsunami warning for the remote Kamchatka Peninsula and the Kuril Islands. The Kremlin had also stated that all warning systems had worked properly and that there were no casualties. Experts have, however, said that some risks remain. We're now joined by our guests to discuss this in more detail. We're joined by VK Joshi, who's the former Director of the Geological Survey of India. Thank you very much for joining us, VK Joshi. This is one of the largest earthquakes ever recorded. How significant has the fallout of this been? And should people continue to be concerned about possible aftershocks that still have the possibility to occur? We've seen governments and meteorological departments reel back their warnings, but what's your assessment of this?
Well, when an earthquake of this magnitude occurs, aftershocks are bound to be there, and they can continue for as long as 6 months or maybe more. So we have to be on the alert, and post-disaster management has to be done at the best of efficiency, because so far there is no report of much loss of life. I have not seen it yet. But in such earthquakes, when the tsunami has also been generated, you never know which part of the those coasts which are affected by tsunami have a more population and will be affected badly, adversely. So we have to be on the alert.
Yes, indeed. How do you think that the governments have responded to this earthquake here? 8.8 magnitude is a substantive earthquake. We have countries like Japan, we have South Korea, Hawaii, who have also been hit with waves. What have you thought of the response of the people, of the governments that have had to act fast in these situations?
You were asking me or Dr. Sergey?
I'm asking you, VK Joshi.
Well, I won't be able to comment on that because I'm sitting here in India. I have yet to see the reports of what actions have been taken by the respective governments there. But of course, people there, personally have informed me that lots of measures are being taken for their safety. People have been asked to vacate lots of areas, coastal areas, and they are doing so. But exactly, I won't be able to give the details.
No, of course. We are joined as well by Dr. Sergey Dvoryanov, who's the president of the IDC Russia and director at the WHD International Board. Dr. Dvoryanov, thank you very much for joining us on the program. Of course, this has been a huge day in regards to the magnitude of this natural event. What more can you tell us on the occurrences in the east of Russia? Obviously, we have so far not heard of any fatalities. We haven't heard of any injuries even as per yet. However, there has been some images circulating online of people who say that it is the east of Russia that has seen quite substantial infrastructure damage. What more can you tell us about that region?
Yes, it's very true, 8.8 magnitude, and is a big disaster, but our post-disaster management is very well, and we can see that, again, this this disaster remind us about that we are in the same planet, we're in interdependent world, and we depends from nature. Right now, this challenger for Russian Federation again remind to us that we should take care about the humans and about civilians. And I can see that this natural disaster is not so big like we can tell with a catastrophe like it was, for example, in Turkey. It's of course from 1984 it was the biggest earthquake, but again I can see that according to the current situation, post-disaster management is doing very well to solve all these problems. That I can inform you according to some media report in Russian medias.
Yes, thank you very much, Sergei Dvoryanov, for joining us. Please stay with us as we bring you some